Well, hey folks, it's a Tuesday, it's lunchtime, and so I thought I would do a watcher's request. I had 3 different discs suggested that I try out, and so I've got the Horny Toad from Lone Star, the Buzz, and the Maiden. And these were all suggested for 1 disc rounds, and I just don't have time to do them all one at a time, so I'm gonna go all 3 of them, and we're just gonna play around. Now, I think some of them were suggested maybe for flick putts, and I've actually started doing a video about what kind of disc I really like for flick putting, but that's coming. But in the meantime, or it may come out before this, so you never know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna take these out, just give them a whirl around the course, and let's go have some fun. Now, full disclosure, I've played a lot with the Buzz, so I pretty much know what that is, but I'm gonna use it to compare with the Horny Toad and the Maiden. So anyway, we're gonna see how these do right after the intro. All right, no warm up. That's how I like it, right out of the car. All right, here we go. We're just gonna play to the yellow baskets and see how far we get. It may catch the hill and roll. The Maidens are 3-4-0-1, and I don't know what the Horny Toad is. Just a good flat flyer. Yep. All kind of doing their normal thing. All right, let's see if any of them picked up and rolled. All right, we got the Horny Toad. I think I caught the little branches over here. I see another one up there. I don't know where the Buzz is. It's got a little stability to it. No sign of the Buzz. That's not a good sign. It means it hit the hill and rolled. Oh, no, it's up on the hill. Sweet. Got a decent little wind coming across here, so I didn't want to throw it too much. Double putt. A good straight flyer, mid-range. I think the Maiden is a 3-speed, so 3, 4, 5 speed that's just gonna go right down the middle. So useful, so handy. Give me any one of these and I'll have a good time with them. So it really comes down to how it fits in your hand, how it feels for you, whether it talks to you. Certain discs will talk to you more than others, and just does it fit your bag, what you want to do. But so far, yeah, they're all working how they should. Let's face it, we get brand loyal, or certain disc does, we make a certain shot with it and it becomes our disc. So, I've said it before, it's hard to make a bad disc these days. The question is, does that certain disc fit in your bag? Not the bad one, but whatever disc you like, does it work with your game? Or is there a better one for it? Start with the Maiden. Oh, I dropped that shoulder. Fortunately, it's fighting it a little bit. It's got a little bit of a flip up. That's better. One more. Still dropping a little bit. Not quite engaging straight across. Body's still trying to fight me. I will say I think the Buzz has an advantage just because I've thrown it quite a bit. I've used Buzzes in my bag at different times, and so I kind of know what to expect with it. They're the two I'm doing the dance of figuring out how they want to play. But seemed like good disc. They're both over here, and I just didn't engage my my shoulders and drive through the shot, so they flared off to the left. But let's face it, a lot of it is going to be the approach shots, how they work on the approach shots. All right, might be a little touchier, but I've got a little alley. So there's a group of folks here that are wandering around trying to pick up trash and clean up trash around the park and on the course. And I heard one go, man, it's pretty clean around here. It's because we've got some good guys that steward this course and we pick up a lot of trash. So some of the folks came in for Robbie C's weekend, this last weekend, to play with him, and they played out here. And Homer, how's it going, buddy? And I asked him, the video doesn't do this hill justice, does it? And they're like, no. You almost need spikes on your shoes just to hold yourself on that hill. All right, pretty good grouping. My outlier, hole 6 feet away, the other two under the basket. All right, Horny Toad. I flipped that up a little bit, but it worked out. It's a better throw. Woo-hoo. Gave it a run near the basket. Now hit that tree and stop. That could be down the hill. The Buzz is definitely the faster of all three. Just wants to boogie on down. All right, here's the first flick putt challenge of the Horny Toad. This danger zone. All right, it's kind of got a little gummy, rubbery feel to it. I like for putting. All right, I think I see one down there. No telling where the Buzz went. Oh yeah, it's all the way at the bottom. So the Maiden gave a good little buzz by the basket. Kind of pinched by that tree. I am stuck down here. You probably, well, maybe you can see me. I doubt it though. Nailed it. Just a bad spot down at the bottom of the hill. All that proved was the faster disc goes a little farther. Now we could try the old forehand. I don't like, and they may have changed this, because I stole this from my son. But I don't like the imprint of Maiden USA and the other things on the rim, because that's where I put my finger. Some people like it, gives them a little extra grip. It bugs me. I almost aced the blue basket. All right. All did like they should. This can be a touchy little shot. Even the Hawk? Think so. All right, I'm gonna try to, this will probably run way past the basket, but I've got a little gap. All right. Horny Toads, it feels like a little bit glidier, less intense than the Pig, if that makes sense. The Pig just kind of wants to push through. All right, manhunt is on for the lost disc. It should have been right near here, which means it probably picked up and rolled all the way down. So I'll be back in a minute. So you want to pick your farthest gap. So get as far as you can before you're risking a tree. Actually, no, Just so many little gaps. So far the Horny Toad's winning, I believe. A little inside. I just kind of fluffed that one. That wasn't great. That's better. Oh. Just trying to blast it through that limb. Oh. Just did not concentrate on that one. Sorry, guys. Well, I'll be able to check out the trash situation since I just threw that deep in the heart of the trash area. The Horny Toad, not the fastest. It's definitely a oh, Maiden's got better glide, but it just took a hop and jumped right back towards the water. Little run. So did it hop back in the water? Oh, not in the water, but OB. So it hit right up in here and then trickled down. Say it went here. Take my meter. Man, I busted my butt hard over here yesterday. Had my bag on and everything. Just hit a mud patch and took off. Right on my butt. The buzz giveth, the buzz taketh away. All right. I'm gonna switch this up and go for the blue basket because it's straight. I don't want to work on killing my forehand. I dropped on that one. Just didn't engage. I'll pull across. I blame Mike Laminack for it all. Mike Laminack is the problem. If you've got a problem, it's Mike Laminack's fault. Oh, sorry, Mike, didn't see you there. Oh, that was a friendly little limb kick because I pulled that one. This would be a good approach shot. Been throwing forehands. Let's try a little backhand approach. Should I try? Let's go with the, let's see how straight we can get this thing. All right, I was busy making fun of Mike over there. Where did the Horny Toad go? Try to float this one in there. Huh, just kind of left it out. It's safe, but it ain't sexy. So I'll be honest, the Maiden, I like throwing it, but for putting, let me show you. It's got the slick top and it's got a little bead to it. And so it feels a little slick in the hand. I like the thumb track on the birdie or even the Berg with a little dip. I want something where my thumb's kind of grabbing on it so it feels a little bit more secure. This one feels like it's kind of sliding as I'm throwing it. I'm just not quite as comfortable throwing that as a flick. It's a good disc, but for my own personal taste, I want a little more action on top. So even the Buzz, it's a slick top. Not my favorite. For putting, I mean, that's completely different for everything else, but for flick putting, this one, even though it's slick, it's gummier and it's got a little puddle top to it, so it's got a little grab on that thumb. I want action on that thumb, and these just don't quite have the same amount. But that's just the random flick putting thing. For discs, they're all great, so just ignore me. That one may roll. Came in a little too much of an edge. Yep. Just see if they stuck. They were all right around the basket, but I'm going for the yellow one, but they should have been near the blue basket, but did they pick up and roll? I don't see any. Guarantee you this guy landed just past the basket and then just rolled on down. Ooh, ah. Oh, I clipped the tree. That was going right there. You wouldn't think these little bushes hurt because they're fairly soft, but man, they'll punch back a little. Sit down, sit down. It's got a good glide to it. It just kind of kept on sliding. Yep, I just clipped that tree. It was coming toward the basket. My miss is pushing to the right these days. Just not committing. All right, one more hole. Let's go have some fun. Nice little turnover shot up the hill. Breeze coming across. It's hard to down tempo the Buzz. It just wants to cruise. The tree's right in line with the basket. Nope, didn't turn that enough. Fight, Horny Toad, fight! Oh, I'm good for the blue basket. Yeah. Great Horny Toads. Where'd you go? Candygram for Mr. Horny Toad. Well, that can only mean one thing. I'm down in the poo-poo. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. That sand lied to me that it was gonna hold my weight. All right. I just needed one side or the other of that tree. All I had to do was pick a side. Nope. Target fixation. It's real. Well, all I can do now is throw it in. Yay! Bogey. So now let's try to avoid bouncing off the basket and hitting the camera. Try to get a good angle. All right, well, there you go. Summary. The Buzz is a Buzz is a Buzz. Let's face it, if you're not throwing the Buzz, then you're throwing something like a buzz because you just like it a little bit better. But the buzz is just your bread and butter, such a good disc. You can't go wrong with the buzz. The Maiden, I liked it a lot. It's a good just point and shoot kind of disc. This plastic isn't my favorite. It's BT hard. I think something softer would feel a little bit better, a little grippier, almost more like this has kind of that eraser grippy feel. I like the disc a lot. It's definitely workable. You can work it to shape shots. I mean, if you did a 1 disc round with that, that's money right there. And the same thing with the Horny Toad. Very workable, very usable disc. It's not as stable as like a harp or something like that. It's more of a beat up, a flattened out harp, but it's just a good approach, controllable shot. I like it a lot. This is my surprise favorite of the 3, just because it's new, unexpected, and I knew the buzz. And the Maiden's good too, but if I was gonna say, hey, which one I had the most fun with, who I was pulling for all through these 9 holes, I was pulling for the Horny Toad, and not just because it's called the Horny Toad, but that may have something to do with it. No, actually, I just like the feel. I like the way it sits in my hand. It feels good both forehand and backhand, and a good disc. But all 3 of them are. Once again, why are you listening to me? I like just about every disc you put in my hand. And the question is it the right disc for you? So the only way you can find that out is get out there and throw them. Find out if it works for you. And with that, I hope to see you out on the course.